pixels on the screen. Sips his drink, looks all keen. Viewer calling, laughter streams. Better than Ken, so it seems. Late night talking all around. Funny tales and crazy sound. Johnny never lets him down. He shows the best in town. Johnny's live and full of cheer. Raise your glass, the moment's here. From dusk till dawn he'll persevere. Ken can't match or streaming dear. Every joke a hit or miss. Drunken Johnny won't dismiss. Viewers call it chat of bliss. Ken's stream feels like a bad diss. Cheers and clinking fills the night. Johnny's laughter pure delight. In his world the neon light makes everything feel just right. Fans await the next big show. Johnny's vibe they all know. Takes a sip and starts to glow. Lights up more than Ken could go.
Kapow! I am here. Good evening, everyone. It is Sunday, January. What? Sunday, August. Double hockey sticks. 7:33 p.m. is the time. I see some people in the chat already. As good-looking Johnny covers up ugly Johnny. I actually wore the same thing when I took that picture. That picture is like pretty old. If you look at me, it's very apparent that I am aging backwards, which I think is pretty cool. That was a new theme song I just made. Literally like 20 minutes ago, I decided, let's do a new intro. So I made that whole intro from scratch. Hired a band, I hired a composer, all that fun. No, I'm just kidding. I used AI to make the song, but sorry for the disses, Ken. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will probably never play that again. I see some people in the chat. Sheena Roberts, Plush Mickey, Jellybean, Crikey, Jenna A, Julie Chaston, Jennifer Gala, Harjot, Brad Palmer, Everett Clendenin, Karen Wesley, Brett Mallon. I'm forgetting if I've already read your names. Steve Grant, Karen, Marge, Uncle Buck, Mike T, Jellybean, Karen, Vivian, Jeanette Morales. There's one I haven't read yet. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Crikey says, was that an AI song? Yeah, I believe the prompt was like Johnny Stumbles live stream. He's the best streamer, better than Ken. And then it just kicked out all those lyrics and stuff. So yeah, make of it what you will. Maybe we'll get this background sorted here. There we go. That's a little more familiar. If you missed the intro because you were watching your Pirates lose to the Dodgers, you can just rewind to the beginning of the stream and listen to the song. Crikey says, lol, I heard Ken's name. You're like, oh, yeah, that was very clearly my doing. Speaking of my doing, we're going to have a beer for the first time in quite a while. Jeremy says, Henry says, I am busy in August. I'm busy most months, but that's just the nature of doing what I do. This is a Lake of Bays Brewing, which is interesting because there was someone wearing a t-shirt with that logo on it at the bar I was in last night. Lake of Bays Brewing, Downtime, Taste the Great Outdoors, a 3.5%. 3.5%. This ain't gonna do it, but let's get this open. Cheers, everyone. Ah, shit balls. Shit balls. I've got a a foamy ass mess to clean up. So how about I play that intro again while I go clean this mess up? Sorry guys, I'll like I've got a giant puddle of foamy beer here, so I'm totally just gonna lick it up. But here, let's play that intro for those who missed it.
Johnny stumbles on the screen, sips his drink, looks all keen. Fewer calling, laughter streams, better than Ken, so it seems. Late night talking all around, funny tales and crazy sound. Johnny never lets him down, he shows the best in town. Johnny's live and full of cheer, raise your glass, the moment's here. From dusk till dawn he'll persevere, Ken can't match or streaming dear. Every joke a hit or miss, drunken Johnny won't dismiss. Viewers call it chat of bliss, Ken's stream feels like a bad diss. Cheers and clinking fills the night, Johnny's laughter pure delight. In his world the neon light makes everything feel just right. Fans await the next big show, Johnny's vibe they all know. Takes a sip and starts to glow, lights up more than Ken could go.
Okay, there is beer everywhere still. I did a horrible job. Horrible job cleaning up. My hands are sticky. My keyboard smells of beer. My mouse pad smells of beer. Lights up more than Ken could go. Make a poll for the song. There's probably never going to be or that song is probably never going to show its face on the stream again. I just did it because there was like 20 minutes before the stream and I had nothing to do. So I was like, let's make a crazy song. Did you wash your hand? Says Gertej. Yes. Oh, I'm getting a message. Bounty, the quicker picker upper. Tiana says sticky and moist. Anyways, yeah, welcome to the Sunday Night Stumble stream. Laura, $5. Hey, Johnny and fellow Striders. Long time no chat. Hope all is well with everyone. Laura, thank you for the $5. Long time no see. Hope you're keeping well in Edmonton, I want to say Calgary. I hope you're in Calgary, but thank you, Laura, for the $5. Cheers to you. Hope you're keeping well. I'll tell you what's not keeping well. My keyboard and my mouse pad and my desk, everything kind of stinks of beer. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just wrapping up a busy day that consisted of nothing. Friday, I met Ken, and he posted a video. Liberty Tree says, are we doing Collins? Probably. Like, I don't have a whole lot planned. So we'll probably do Collins. Hopefully it works properly this time. But Ken did he already uploaded his video. Hey, party people. It is Friday, August 9th. 4:22 p.m. is the time, and the temperature is a rather hot 28 degrees Celsius. And I am here in front of Bathurst Station, and I am joined by the man holding the camera, as this is his channel. That would be Ken.
That's and right. Hey people, welcome. So I'm here with Johnny doing a long delayed
Harjot $6.99. Thanks you so much, Harjot. Thanks for showing some love to Johnny Strides. So this was actually part 2. We recorded part 1 together from Lansdowne to Bathurst, and then Ken took part 2 from Bathurst over pretty much to Ramsden Park. And then I took a little break, and then I got up and did a pretty long live stream, and then I recorded the video that I uploaded on the channel for this morning. So part 1 of this video, I think, is going to be Tuesday. I've got a London video I want to upload tomorrow. That's going to be right in the tubes, as they say, although I didn't really go in like the tube shaped stations for this one. So I ride the subway, I transfer, and then I ride the subway 2 stops, and then I get out and I get on a double-decker bus, and I ride from the top of the double-decker bus. So it's going to be a pretty good ride. Jellybean says, did you guys go to a club at Lansdowne? We may have gone to Janky's place. Boom Productions, $6.99. Have you been to 91 Barton Avenue? I have. Boom Productions, thank you for the $6.99. I know there's some interesting houses there. Is that the one with the big... There's one with like an elephant on it. I don't think that's it. There's like the Greek house. What is 91 Barton? Is this the elephant house? I don't know what I'm looking at. 91. What is special about 91 Barton Avenue? It's over here. What am I missing?
Have you been to 91 Barton Avenue? I have.
But thank you. Oh, the one with the... That can't be it. What's the attraction at 91 Barton Avenue? But there is this going to work? Elephant House, Toronto? You stream there today. The Elephant House, Toronto's... Yeah, there's a house here near there on 77 Yarmouth Road. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing. This is what I'm thinking of. Which I think is pretty close to Barton Avenue. But look at that. There's a house with just like a giant elephant in it. Paul Blunt, $6.99. Damn you, Johnny. I can't get that song out of my head. You're very welcome, Paul Blunt. I'm glad to have a song stuck in your head, and thank you for the $6.99. Nice. Boom Graham also shooting $6.99. Harjot shooting $6.99. Laura 5. So a trio of very nice $6.99 numbers and a very nice 5. Craig Dwyer, been a minute. Happy Sunday. Cheers, Joni. Thank you, Craig Dwyer. Thank you so much for the $9.99. You stepping it up. But thank you, Craig, and everyone else. Are we going to make a Johnny Stumbles the full-time gig and kick Johnny Strides to the curb? I mean, Stumbles has like a way better theme song. But anyways, we'll circle back to this. I did this. Boom, we'll take a look at what you did. Liberty Tree says, here's a tip. If you plan on visiting Burlington, the one in America, if you're visiting and just staying just outside the city, don't use Google Maps. Use MapQuest. The geography of the area is weird. Neat. What about Apple Maps? Does that do it? But anyways, yeah, Ken uploaded this video of just me and Ken strolling along. We took a little detour through the annex. If you haven't seen it...
Damn you, Johnny, I can't get that song out of my head.
Flick Hunter, $6.99. Evening all, Johnny. Best diss track this side of Kendrick Lamar. Thank you, Flick Hunter, for the $6.99.
Been a minute.
Cheers.
Happy Sunday. Cheers, Johnny.
Thank you, Flick Hunter. You guys are blowing me away tonight. I'm so glad I went live. I almost didn't go live. Everett Clendenin, $10. Hope you are well. You guys are on to something. You know I'm not well. Am I ever well? I'm definitely not well in the head. But Everett Clendenin, thank you. Holy tamale. Thank you, Everett C. Thank you, Flick Hunter. And Craig Dwyer and Paul Blunt.
Evening all.
And Boom
Johnny
Productions
Best
and
diss track this side of Kendrick Lamar.
And Laura. You guys are amazeballs. Thank you so much. Now everyone else, you know what to do. Just kidding. Is this the Young Turks? Kind of. It's like the Young
Hope
Turks,
you are well.
but better, more informative. The host is more charismatic, better looking, more entertaining. A little bit less right-leaning, maybe. I don't know. I don't even watch the Young Turks. I've come across them once. To me, it reminds me of that chocolate bar, the Big Turk. I don't know why you would call yourself. Are they from Turkey? Why are they the Young Turks? I don't know. But yeah, so I did this walk with Ken, but I think on Tuesday, Toronto Summer Striding, a hot walk from the Annex to Ramsden Park via Yorkville with at Johnny Strides. Here's a little preview of the walk I did with Ken.
Or residential streets cross Yonge, they change names.
This part was funny. I'm guessing they started life as different streets.
And they often don't line up perfectly either. There's like a little bit of a jog, you know, when it crosses from one side of Yonge to the other. You kind of have to do a slight jog.
I like that. Can I bring up some more topics that you will show through? How would you describe the current economic situation here?
It's
I have a friend who talks in very exaggerated hand gestures. The best part of this video is the ending, but there was a part where someone asked if I went to a club with Ken. There we go. We had this little scene. It's funny you brought that up. All right, we're just going to pause and take a break here. I'm going to go to Janky's place for a drink and lunch, and Ken is going to go up to the New York Business Club. And,
that's where I go. That's my usual haunt. That's right.
Apparently, things go on up there that should best be not described on YouTube.
I'm the musical entertainment. I go up there and sing some Frank Sinatra.
New York Business Club. What? Whoa, I almost clicked the wrong thing. Should we even look that up? New York Business Club, Bloor Street. New York Lounge on Yelp. #1 Japanese business club. There's a review of this? Oh, that's the Texas Longhorn. That's not what we want a review of. Give me a review of... Why can't I see any reviews? Sketch bag businesses? What is it with all the restaurants in Bloor that always have people standing in front with no one ever ordering food and no one ever coming in? There are a good 10 places on Bloor between Christie and Dufferin that are obviously not in the food and drink business. Janky's place doesn't even have reviews. And are those people who go to Christina's relaxation center coming out just too relaxed to write anything? I call shenanigans. When I saw this post, I immediately thought New York Business Club. I once ate at, I don't know, like the shadiest places on earth. Bill Chow says our collab conversations with Ken is interesting and amusing. Thank you, Bill Chow. I'll leave you with just the closing. I thought the finish of this video was kind of fun. Maybe I'll play this, and you'll have to see the rest on Tuesday. That's about it. I want to thank Ken for coming along with me. Now, I'm going to do the YouTube equivalent of tanking and make an absolutely horrible video with him on purpose. I'm just going to be screeching, and randomly yelling.
That might just get more views than ever then.
Yeah. Pretend my Tourette's is kicking in.
Right. Johnny goes berserk. 1 million views. There you go.
I'm the next Cash Jordan. That's gonna get me the views. That's all I'm gonna do.
Oh God.
Migrants have robbed everywhere in Toronto blind. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Ultimate. I'm gonna make the same video 100 more times. Anyways, he seems like a nice guy. Just wish he did more apartment tours. That's a weird tangent to go off on.
Well, he's following the money.
Yeah. And you can't really blame him, but I want to thank you guys. And yeah, that's about it. I'm just kind of aimlessly droning on here. We'll let Ken wrap this one up. I'll give him 1 minute to freestyle rap.
Be sure to follow us on the YouTubes. Because I can't think of anything on rhymes with YouTubes.
I can, but it's not appropriate.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll leave it at that. Yeah.
All right. Hit me with the Y word.
What the well? Yoink! Humidex, because the sun is out, the humidity is still here, but the rain isn't here, so I guess that's good.
Yeah, it works for me. That fun video will be coming up on, I believe, Tuesday. Tomorrow we're doing London Underground. Tuesday I'll do this. Wednesday will be my last London walking video. Thursday, I think, is a video I recorded yesterday. And then Friday will be my final video from the trip. The Elizabeth line to Heathrow Airport, walking through Heathrow Airport, which I think is really cool. And then flying back to Toronto. So another big travel video. So only two Toronto videos this week, at least until Saturday. But I'll be doing a fair bit of streams, at least 2 or 3 live streams. So there'll still be plenty of Toronto content. Camp says you guys should go on a world tour. Oh yeah, that'll work well. Lauryn Hill is canceling most of the shows on her tour. What the hell are me and Ken gonna command as far as an audience goes? But anyways, yeah, that was our walk. Fortunately, we were walking away from the sun. Boom Productions mentioned he went live. Boom Productions. It's coming up on the search. Live. Immersed in Art, 91 Barton.
Hi, Emma.
Hey,
What are we doing today?
we're gonna go check out something called Art on Barton.
Art on Barton. I don't want to play a Boom stream, but that is neat.
Are they the people who...
I did not know this was going on. If you want to check this out,
dividers on the side of the
The
street?
barriers.
because I know a
Yep.
lot of you are
Yep.
fans of Toronto content, check out Boom Productions and Immersed in Art 91 Barton. Good job live streaming, Boom. Looks like you had excellent quality. Solid audio. I'll consider putting you in my next diss track. But Immersed in Art 91 Barton. That's the type of thing I think Lisa would probably go to, right? Now my phone is stinking of beer. Someone would be appreciated by Matt Bross. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm so in and out of the chat sometimes. Lisa says, I've seen it, but haven't been yet. Going next weekend. Do you think that would be like a good video? You know what? How far is the Elephant House from there? That could be just kind of like a goofy, weird video, right? Because there's a lot of weird houses in that area. Or hooses, as a true Canadian would say.
Hello, everybody.
76, 77, directions.
Hi, Emma.
91.
Did you see the spray can garden?
I did.
Yeah, they're 11 minutes apart.
Oh, I know this.
They're 11 minutes apart. And if I'm not mistaken, there's like the Greek house just over here, right?
Maybe not.
Toronto Greek house. The Greek theme house. That one's further away. That's at 1016 Shaw. Well, let's see.
Wow, what a room.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So,
Look at that. We get we could do
how
91
would
Barton.
something like this work?
It's not my project.
We could
I'm
do
sure,
the
but
Elephant House,
it's largely done.
and I can do this. I can do like a
It's gonna be
freak
system,
show
I don't
themed
know.
walk.
There's the organizers are upstairs.
And we can check out the Greek house
But this is
very
important.
easily
It's
all in
fine.
one walk. That could just go from like Christie, could meander through these neighborhoods and finish up at Ossington. What do you guys say? Should I do that? Should I do some odd houses mixed in with a art crawl on 91 Barton? I think it's an idea. It's an idea for something different now.
Oh, you can actually touch it because it's getting knocked down.
Other people are going to do it, and I'm going to call them a copycat and then make a diss track.
Ooh, scary.
Oh, we're still playing Boom's video. Thank you, Boom. Romero says there's a video playing in the background. Yeah, that was Boom. Jelly Bean says, sure, Lord Stumbles. At least you know how to address me correctly. Yeah, I'm aware there was a video playing in the background. We fixed that problem. How many We are at 180 viewers. Thank you so much, guys. Just a reminder to, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Greg Keating says, good evening, folks. Is this guy still in Toronto? People kept pointing. I don't know who this is. I've never watched his stuff, but so many people kept telling me, like, this dude's in Toronto. Walking through the streets of Toronto, Ontario, unedited. Welcome to my world. A tour of Toronto, the largest city in Canada. The next adventure begins exploring a mystery city. Oh, music.
The largest city in
He is standing at Dundas and Spadina. So does he go
into
through,
the back streets.
Looks
It's
like,
Northern California band.
looks like
So
going
exciting.
Spadina. He
Tough
found
one to narrow it down.
Graffiti Alley.
Affected him and becoming X.
Good stuff. I'm gonna have to
All
watch
right.
this. He's narrating. It sounds pretty cool. He was only supposed to be there for a couple of days on his way to Ireland. What happened to Velkos? He bought an Air Canada ticket, and they're just like, sorry, we're going to take your money and not fly you to where you go because we're Air Canada. But that's neat. Gabriel Traveler, 605,000. The next adventure, where was he before? Talking with an old friend about the Rainbow Gathering. I don't even know what that is. Lisa says already checking a box featuring street art. I go out of my way to like avoid street art. Since we're on the YouTube, does anyone have any channels you want me to check out while we're here? Who was the Yoshi Bros who I ran into on one of my streams? Is this the guy? I don't think this is the guy. No, this is definitely not the guy. Yoshi something. I ran into him with Sapand. Let's type Yoshi Toronto. Oh, that didn't pull it up. Does anyone remember that guy's name? I watched his first video. He seemed woefully unprepared for TO. You know what, Chris? I don't hold that against people. Sometimes the best way to like travel is just to show up being ignorant. As long as you're like respectful of like the culture and the law, just show up and being a little bit ignorant, not knowing anything and like discovering things firsthand can actually be an amazing way to travel. And I wouldn't hold that against them. When I do that, because I do that as well, I try to put a disclaimer on my video like, hey guys, there's a million other videos on YouTube that like know what they're talking about. I'm just here exploring it. Like I'm not going to go to another city and pretend I know anything about it. So I actually don't mind that if somebody shows up with zero knowledge of the city and they just explore it firsthand. I think that's kind of like a refreshing, eye-opening look, and I definitely value that perspective. So maybe it depends what you look for, right? But I actually, that's how I like to travel. Mike T says, I just remembered Action Kid was in Niagara Falls yesterday. Watch out, he may be looking for you. MIA, Walking Man Dude, missing for several months. Please check into the Johnny Stumbles show. Harjot has a channel. First of all, Yoshi Bro Toronto. There's that same. I can't find him. If someone can put a link to it. Your videos are usually like Harjot today I recorded, right? There we go. We found Harjot. Hello everyone. I have a channel and it's called Harjot Jasal 9180. So please hit the notification bell and subscribe to my channel. I'm doing my best Jerome Forestwood impersonation. Beautiful Wow, Harjot, that is stunning. Those clouds. Good on you for getting out and recording those. I was going to say in fabulous 360p. Boom Production says you keep clicking on it. It's like a Mario cartoon. I don't need to see myself on my TV. Harjot. Good stuff uploading. Someone said check out Rambolic. You know, this guy is one of the OGs of like walk tubing. He's also like pretty active on Reddit. He's super duper technically savvy from what I can see. Like his setups are like next level in terms of like this is dark Japan full of frogs somewhere in Saitama 4K HDR. Like if I had an HDR monitor, I bet this looks absolutely spectacular. And that sounds like binaural sounds to me. It was extremely dark because there were almost no lights around. Surprisingly, it was noisy with the sound of frogs in the rice fields. As it was dark, the image in some moments got noisy, even with the Sony FX3. So I tried DaVinci Resolve 19 Ultra NR noise reduction. Yeah, I don't have Resolve 19 yet. I don't have Resolve 19 yet, but that was neat hearing all those frogs. How much is the Sony FX3? Look at the camera this dude is using. Look at that. Look at that. $38.98 USD. And that thing doesn't have a lens on it. So you got to spend a whole bunch of more coin just to get like a lens, right? We throw a lens on there, it goes up to like $5,000. Throw a shotgun mic on there, like, and here I am using this thing. He quit his channel for a while. I remember he posted something in the community. It was kind of a depressing story actually about how he was like giving up, and I'm glad to see he has come back to it. Here it is. Almost 7 years ago I started this channel with the main goal to do something to stop being boring and to find a girlfriend. I could find a girl whom I still love, but she never had any interest in me and I screwed up. Okay, maybe I'm not airing his laundry. He put it on his community page. But I will publish all the videos left, and that's it. Sorry if you signed up for membership, Patreon, or Ko-fi. I could never understand why anyone paid me. Like, dude was obviously in a hard place. But, I mean, he didn't remove this post, which is credit to him. A lot of people will delete stuff from their history. And he is still going, cranking out good videos. But yeah, his quality is like next level. He's one of the OGs in terms of walk tubing. Mike T says I could buy a running and driving car for $5,000. Bill says his work is gorgeous. Yeah, another really, really good one in Japan is Virtual Japan. These guys, they go live. Their live feeds are like insane quality. That's him like.
Hopefully there's not many people there. There's probably some people, but I hope there's not very many.
I think he's on a bicycle. He's got this channel as well is like phenomenal in terms of quality. There's another one, Nomadic Ambience, that is just like super next level in terms of like rainy nighttime walk in Tokyo, Japan backstreets, rainfall ASMR. Super atmospheric. He's definitely using a 3-axis gimbal. You can see like a vertical bob, which I don't mind. Kind of simulates walking. Vertage says Japan is an awesome country. I agree. Caroline says Toronto has some very good YouTube channels. Can you name a few, Caroline? Other than us walking and talking goofballs, I might be able to pull some up. Lots of great art has been inspired by loneliness and heartbreak. That is probably very true. Nobel Cost. Anyone have any other channels we can check out before we move on from the YouTubes? Michael Mills is here. Hello, Michael Mills. Caroline says, Alexandra Gator. Is that the one who does room makeovers? Like she makes over apartments and stuff?
Hey guys. Welcome back to my channel.
And she'll take your apartment and fill it up with like
This
furniture
video is
from
sponsored
Article.
by Closet. Closed. Fun fact. Should try this.
You know why I could never do one of these things? Because every time I've watched her stuff. Every time I watch these, like the TV ends up like way off to the side, like way too high. Like, there's just no ergonomics or function to the rooms. It's all like purely aesthetics, which I fully disagree with. I remember one where like literally the couch was facing a wall. The wall had art on it, and then the TV was like way off to the side and way too high. So is this like how you want to sit in your studio apartment looking at the TV? No, but this designer thinks you should sit like that. Cam says your TV height obsession. But yeah, it's a cool channel. You got to respect what she does. Jellybean says Kat Nesbitt. Is that a Toronto-based YouTuber? Mike T says not enough plants.
Good morning, you guys.
Hi, friends. My name is Kat, and I am a Dallas, Texas-based flight attendant who's traveling the world and teaching you lots of tips, tricks, and travel secrets along the way. That's neat. So she gets paid to do her job, and she vlogs it as she goes. Flight attendant life, 24-hour layover in Madrid, Spain. That would be awesome. Miguel Costa's the nerve of some people not making the TV the center of the universe. The nerve. Johnny, do you know Dimitri? If I just type Dimitri K Toronto bike, that should come up, right? I don't know him, but Contact Photography Festival 2022 Twitch live stream highlights. He's been live. That's neat. In real life, downtown Toronto photo walk, Mamra. In real life, cycling trails. He's probably got a way better setup.
And we ran into a guy like in the winter time.
That's like a really clean setup.
He was cross country skiing.
I'll have to check this channel out. Thank you.
So he came and was doing similar, like not the chainsaw, but.
Tiana says I would be a flight attendant, but you're scared of plane crashes. You are so much safer going to work as a flight attendant than you are like going to work at Baskin Robbins, just walking down the sidewalk. Bill says your work distinguished partly because even though you talk, your tone and your patter are all mellow, very listenable, and never overpowers the sense of place. Rambolic never talks at all, even better. So I should shut up. There's so many channels out there walking through Toronto silently, right? That's kind of what inspired me to start jibber jabbering and talking. Speaking of Toronto, maybe it's time to take a look at what's going on in the city. Naval Cost says, don't people working on planes get exposed to a lot of radiation? They get exposed to a lot of like recycled air, right? Planned Toronto Mall canceled after purchase by 95-year-old billionaire. I like how they by the way, this guy's 95 years old. American sprinters filmed laughing at Canada before Olympic relay upset. I saw this. Noah Lyles, this guy's like on top of the sprinting world. Apparently he was interviewed by a reporter who was asked like, any thoughts on your rivalry with Canada? And he was like, who? And he was like, Canada, you know, how about your rivalry with them? And he was like, who? Being very, well, I could use a word that's not polite. And guess who won the Olympic gold medal in the 4x4? Because the Americans apparently have never handed a baton to another person in their life before. Oh, this is the interview.
Is that something that we can look forward to going forward? Probably between who? Canada and yourself. That's a budding rivalry and certainly one to look at. Canada. No.
Yeah, and guess who didn't even finish the race without getting disqualified? Lisa says, dude, the volume is a lot. All right. Where's my desktop audio? I can crank that down a little bit. Free entrance to the TT. Oh, we already covered this. There's no new articles. Ontario's new $1 billion courthouse is already facing major complaints. Yes, that's right behind City Hall pretty much. Apparently it's like not staffed properly, and there's a lot of vacant spaces in this multi-billion-dollar courthouse. Here's how. Oh, this Metrolinx released this video of people cleaning, or of how they clean and maintain the LRT vehicles, which they've had for like 4 years because the LRT should have opened 4 years ago. And guess what's not like? How about opening the LRT and then telling us how you clean these vehicles are going to be like at end of life by the time this damn thing even opens. I don't know. BlogTO is owned by Moses Snymer now. It's gone corporate. I did not know that. That is neat. That is not neat in like a good way. That is just a neat nugget to know. Greg says, your streams are very good, but what I like is the knowledge as you walk and talk. Thank you. Fun fact, sometimes like I pick a route because I already have a million nuggets in my head about it, and I'm like, that'll be easy. Sometimes I'll sit at my computer and I'll like research it to death, and I'll have a lot of talking points in mind, and sometimes I'll just be like, get in the subway. I don't even know what I'm going to record, and I just go to a place and I make a video. So it's there's a mix. You can probably tell when I'm doing a half-assed video or not. Johnny, have you heard the Detroit Windsor Bridge? The new one will open in 2025. I did. I've been the B1M did an excellent video on that bridge and the neighboring bridge. I think a year ago. Yeah, I don't know. And why are they even cleaning them? Like, just let them get dirty and grimy until it's time to bring them into service. I don't know. That triggered a lot of people. Shocking video shows man being dragged by a speeding car on Ontario highway. What? Peter, yeah, it was the 4x100. Did I say 4x400? That was a mistake, but I knew it was I watched it when it happened. Bill Chow. It looks like Rambolic is doing well. It looks like he bounced back. One of the TTC's newest subway stations just got 60 million more expensive. I think because the TTC was sued, right? That looks like Pioneer Village Station. The hub in question is Pioneer Village Station, a stop on the Toronto-York Spadina subway extension. There's a mouthful that brought the city's Young University line up to Vaughan Metro Center in 2017. Greg says, do you get ideas off other streamers like Ken? Honestly, I barely watch other channels and other streamers. So not really. I often go through my own stuff to see, like, is there something I want to revisit? Is there something I want to explore? But I don't normally get, like, every once in a while, yeah, but it's not a part of my workflow. I want the Metrolinx spray painted with graffiti. Here's how much time. This is genuinely interesting. The transit agency posted noting travel times have been shortened by an average of 13 to 36 minutes since a priority bus lane was introduced. That is awesome. What we really need are like cameras on these buses, just like taking pictures and sending tickets to anyone who is in the bus lane in front of them. That's on Spadina. Let's head over to the Toronto subreddit because why not? By the way, do you guys prefer the 7:30 start time to the stream or the 8 p.m. start time? Because I noticed Ken was streaming pretty early, and I thought maybe we'll go back to like 7:30 or 7 since I was literally sitting at home doing nothing all day. Novell Cost says, yes, bus lanes are the superheroes of transit. You know, not just bikes. Latest video was something that has always bugged me about why North American like fire engines are so big and why they dictate so much of our infrastructure. And what they do in Europe is they build their bike lanes in a lot of cities, like in Amsterdam, wide enough to accommodate emergency vehicles, because people on bikes can get the hell out of the way a lot quicker than people in cars. And when you don't have incredibly unnecessary, ginormous fire trucks, which is what we have, and you have reasonably sized emergency vehicles, they can actually use the bike lane to bypass all the traffic, which I think is a brilliant multi-purpose use. And it takes away the whole argument that like people are blocking or that bike lanes are like preventing emergency vehicles getting through. It's a fascinating video on the Not Just Bikes channel. It always bugged me that they were like, that our fire trucks were so big. It made absolutely no sense after living in Korea. But this video just pointed out a million things that I had no idea about that were kind of infuriating. How so much of our road design is dictated by like fire marshals saying, no, you can't do that. You can't do that, including a lot of laneway houses. What's going on new weird scam at Union Station? Drivers who get off the Gardner at Islington and then cut across 3 lanes of traffic to turn left on Queensway, not necessary. Just keep going and get off at Islington. That is very true. I know what that is talking about. Yeah, I think seems like there's not a whole lot going on. Other team names I came up with for Toronto's WNBA team for the inaugural 2026 season. Toronto Rebels, Toronto Wolves, Toronto Royals, Talons, Monarchs, Towers. Towers always comes up. Dragons, Falcons, North Stars, Voyagers, Tundra, Tigers. Toronto has the highest per capita amount of raccoons of any major city. Why not the Toronto Raccoons? I don't know, a raccoon playing basketball. The Toronto just Toronto Toads. Just give them a name, something cool, not something stupid like the TMU Bold, the old Ryerson Rams. Don't give them a name that is like, you know, trying to virtue signal or send a message. Give them a cool name. Give them a cool logo. Treat them like every other sports team in the city. These are pretty good suggestions. Toronto Trash Pandas. There we go. Jelly Bean would be like the Toronto Johnny and Speedos drinking Starbucks. I like Toronto Trash Pandas. Toronto Dinguses. Toronto Tundra. Toronto Tungsten. It should be like, I like Trash Pandas or raccoons because it should be like something kind of related to the city. Toronto Beasties. You came up with the Towers and Wolves. Towers incorporates the CN Towers and Wolves because I wanted to go with a unique name. There's the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's not unique. I think you're missing the point. Both of those were heavily promoted as possible names for the Raptors. Majority of these are not Toronto Terriers. Rex, Toronto Trash Pandas, but there's already a team named Trash Pandas. Toronto Raccoons, Toronto Traffic, Toronto If I put Control F, is someone going to say Sankofas? Nobody has made that joke. The obvious joke is the Toronto Sankofas, right? Gertej, that is your reaction to every time the Jays lose. Yeah, I like raccoons. It doesn't like roll off the tongue so much. Red. So Toronto Reds or Toronto. I don't like concept names or stuff like that. It should be like just pick an animal or like a warrior or something that was badass and name it after that. I don't know. But Toronto FC, I don't really like that name too much. Fun things to do after the 20th in Toronto, says Capiche. The CNE will be rocking. I think the CNE starts on August 16th. It is August 11th. I'll be there. If you want to say hi, I'll be there opening day. I'm going to go in, make a video, maybe record a ride or two, and I'm going to live stream on opening day. I'm also planning to go back and live stream an evening or two. Greg says, from the video made of the subway being down, the other riders didn't know till you told them. Tells me the transit needs better updates of when lines are back up and running. They should send somebody right to the street and just be like, hey guys, the subway's running again. Like, because they don't have those digital boards, like those next bus arrival boards on the street that they could use, right? There's no digital information boards. Like, there was literally like 100 people standing there waiting for a bus while the subway had resumed, and I had to break the news to them. Yeah, so that's kind of ridiculous. Complete failure on their part. They could be the Toronto exhibitionists after the famous X. I don't know. The Toronto Moulin Rouge. I don't know. That would be... I don't even know why I said that. Anyways, let's get off of this topic. Artists completely transformed Toronto home set for demolition. It'll be a teardown, but not before it's a canvas for a team of artists. Oh, that's 91 Barton Avenue. And it'll be open to the public for the next 2 weekends. So I'll have to go back maybe next weekend and do that video. That also includes the Greek House and the Elephant House. Neat. Is that it? Taylor Swift in Toronto. Chow confident in city security following foiled attack in Vienna. Can we just take a year off of Taylor Swift? Can we go 2025 without hearing her name? Like, no person should be this famous or this popular. I don't know. I'm not bitter. I'm just like, every other thing you read has Taylor Swift in it online. Like, I don't think there's ever been a person in my lifetime who I hear their name said against my will more than her. Like, her name comes up more than like Michael Jordan's ever did, or Michael Jackson's ever did, or like any celebrity, right? Like, has there ever been a more famous anybody than her? I don't know, but it's annoying, and people are flying around the world spending thousands and thousands of dollars to see her. Like, good for them, good for her, but I'm out. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Like, that's too much Taylor. She's a person, right? Her shit stinks the same as ours. She makes music, good for her, but too much. That's because Michael Jordan did date Travis Kelce. I was just thinking of like the most famous people in my lifetime, right? Like, his name comes to mind. Michael Jackson comes to mind. Outside of like political leaders. I don't know. Tom Brady, like, she's way more famous than Tom Brady, like the greatest quarterback to ever. Like, it's nuts. I don't know. New coaster coming to Wonderland in 2025, Alpine Fury. Yes, designed by a very curious company, Premier. I was not expecting a Premier Rides, but that's going to shoot up out of the Wonder Mountain. It's I think a 9 inversion launch coaster. So Kansas, but it's only got 2 train capacity. It's going to be a really low capacity for a major roller coaster ride. I don't know. Let's get off of Toronto Reddit. I found this subreddit called Toronto Then and Now that I thought was kind of neat. This is looking north at Yonge and Wellington on September 8th, 1949 for the groundbreaking ceremony for the TTC. Isn't that really, really cool? This is and is that a live streetcar, or did they just park it there? That is Yonge Street at Yonge and Wellington. So this is where like the Marché was, right? The Movenpick. And there's a picture of it now. That is looking south. Is this picture? But this picture is looking north, I think. Yeah, so why are they comparing it to a view to the south? There's a view to the north. There's Hotel Victoria. That's neat. That is neat. Front Street looking west towards downtown in the 60s, and again in circa 2020. You got the Flatiron Building, the TD Center, which is completely blocked by Brookfield Place. Perspective, not quite the same. There's Burger Works, which looks like it was a bank, and it looks like where the hot house is, it was a parking lot. Commerce Court North. That's really neat. That was back when the TD Center and Commerce Court North, which is just to the right of it, and the Royal York, like, absolutely dominated the skyline. Boom Productions says Toronto Ballers. I like it. I like it. If this were the 90s, they would have called them the Lady Ballers or something lame like that, right? But I think Toronto Ballers sounds good. Rawson House Hotel at the southeast corner of King and York in 1856. That is still there. I'm almost positive that is still there. No, that is not still there. Oops. I was thinking of the east side. Just trying to read some of your comments. I don't know. This is a neat subreddit. Well, maybe we'll look at one more. Another then and now perspective, Toronto skyline. This one from 1930 to now. Note the coal and smog. Yeah, a lot of those gorgeous old buildings like the Royal York and Commerce Court North were like absolutely covered in soot, like thick black soot. It was pretty gross. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call right now. We will ignore that. It's a spam call. But you can't even you can barely see the Royal York in here. I don't even think you can see it. Can you see anything? That's the church at King and Church. You can almost none of the buildings are visible in the then to now picture. What was the one I just saw? I think I just saw one. 22 years of tower growth in Toronto. 1998, 2012, 2020. That is nuts, right? They call it the Manhattanization of Toronto. Just how long. The skyline used to be just like this little clump. And then City Place popped up. And then like the Yonge Street high-rise corridor happened. And now it's just this massive sea of never-ending skyscrapers. Anyways, let's get off that topic. I was going to do some things, but we were going to look at like flights and stuff. Lisa says that third photo is at the same angle. You caught that too. Guys, I want to go somewhere. I want to go somewhere in August. In September. Any suggestions? Over the ocean? Let's look up a flight. We'll look up like one or two. But where should we go? I'm thinking like 1 to 3 weeks maximum. Gertej says Japan. Jellybean says my place. That is very inappropriate, Jellybean. And I don't think anyone wants to see videos and live streams of that. At least not on the Johnny Stride channel. Kurt says Portugal. I just did Europe. I literally just did Europe. Cam says Croatia. Over which ocean? Any of the oceans? We should have a Toronto team named the Toronto Tax Hikes. Tiana says go to the moon. So options, I guess, would be South America, Asia, Africa. I don't know. I want to do Budapest. Yeah, we're going to lay off Europe until next summer, I think. Europe is like a summer thing. Gertej says the moon. Argentina, go kick rocks. Go to China. I would go to Busan. Busan's interesting. I would go to Taiwan, maybe Hong Kong, but not mainland China under the current climate. How was London, England? It was excellent. There's still one more subway video, one more walking video, and then a leaving video. I hear Antarctica is nice. I know someone who wants to travel to all the continents, and Antarctica is the last one on his list. Boom is doing Charlottetown in early September. Neat. The Charlottetown Accord is what I think of. Julie says Australia. Jeez. Okay, secret. I want to be able to use points to pay for the whole thing. I don't want to pay out of pocket. Let's see. Is Australia doable? What if we left on Tuesday? Because that looks like a cheapish day. And we came back on the 18th. What are we looking at in terms of like flights from Toronto to Sydney? Maybe I should have done like Toronto to Sydney, Melbourne to Toronto. But yeah, like I have, unfortunately, my points are Air Canada. Holy, 1796. I would totally have enough points to cover that. Do I want to deal with Air Canada? 41 hours. Are you shitting me? Toronto to Vancouver. 22-hour and 21-minute layover? What? Vancouver to Sydney. No wonder why that flight is so cheap. There's a 22-hour layover. And also, isn't like shit in Australia like incredibly expensive? Someone said, aren't you supposed to go to the Philippines? Is it Robert Armstrong who kept encouraging me to go there, and he would send super chats to go there? Let's just see. Truth be told, I've been to the Philippines. I've been to Boracay. I'm not super excited to go back. Like, it's an amazing, beautiful island. I just don't have the, like, maybe I would just look at Manila for a few days to be like, here's a big crazy Southeast Asian city. Cebu is pretty cool. The Chocolate Islands are cool. I would like to go to Palawan if I went to the Philippines. 13, oh, 2 stops. Homie, don't play that. I'm not doing 2 stops. Let's do 1 stop. More than 1 stop is a crime against humanity if you're doing a long trip. Oh, it's United. I don't want to go through the U.S. That one is eliminated. Air Canada in United. That one is eliminated. No offense, Americans, but your surly agents here in Toronto leave me not so enthused about flying through. Stace Rose Gotts picked that up. You know, I was watching a video on Jim Carrey, and they talked about his time at In Living Color, and that's where that phrase, because I used to love that show. I used to watch it all the time. Eva Air 2110. That is an expensive flight for what it is, but 1 stop, 3 hours and 55 minutes. That would be the flight I would book, but I don't think they take a Eva Air and Air Canada. Is Eva Air Star Alliance? Eva Air joined Star Alliance. So that one, I might be able to snag that on points. That is neat. There we go. Manila for... I probably have enough points to cover that. You know, I won't say my point amount, but I think it's enough. 2 snaps up for A Living Color. Hated it. That was what? Men on Film? I liked Men on Film was hilarious, and Fire Marshal Bill were like... Fire Marshal Bill was like the funny... I don't know why it seems so immature, but that was like the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Johnny, you should visit Vienna. Yeah, we're going to save Europe for next summer. What I want to do is I want to go somewhere in like September, maybe again November, and then probably the Caribbean in like February, March, and then Europe in the summer. Those are like my rough plans. Novell Cost says Ecuador. Let's see, what is Ecuador gonna set us back? By the way, this is literally how I search for flights. I used to use Skyscanner, but now I use Google Flights. Why does this look all different? There we go. 1 stop or fewer. There's no directs to Ecuador. 676 with United. You got to visit Singapore and do some walking videos. I saw air tickets could be as cheap as 1,100. Yeah, Ecuador is... What about Bogota? That's another one. I know someone who just went to Colombia, and he said it was awesome. Yeah, I would do Avianca 765 round trip. There is a super affordable... What happens if we try to book this? There are direct flights to Bogota from Canada, says Novell Costs. 2350, land at 450. Basic. 1 carry-on, 10. Thank you for the 10 kilogram carry-on. Thank you. So many places do 7 kilograms, and it drives me nuts. Thank you for the 10 kilogram carry-on. You get 1 carry-on baggage and 1 personal item. Sweet. Some places add them together. It looks like I just need this basic. That's all I need, right? Tiana says, typical men who hate Taylor. I don't hate Taylor Swift. I'm just sick of it. You know, it's too much. I can't look at anything online without seeing Taylor Swift. Taylor, if you're watching, I'm very much open to a future together, by the way. But yeah, if you're not open, then get the fuck out of my life. I see you too much. Like, that's my thoughts on Taylor Swift. Yeah, USD 213 each way. That's pretty reasonable. Or 343 one way. Oh, I don't want to fill all this stuff out. And you get 10 kilograms carry-on. I could make that work. Anthony, yeah, Europe's not on the docket till next year. Johnny, go to Spain. Ever thought of going to Buenos Aires? Yeah, I've thought I want to go to Argentina or Brazil, but I've got some demons in my mind about that. I don't know how much filming I'll be doing in public in those places with my gear. I'll probably have to talk to some people that have like gone there and vlogged. I have some contacts on Instagram, on YouTube who have done that. I know lots of people have been to Colombia though. They've been to Bogota, they've been to like Medellin, I think it's called, and they've just raved about both of them. Can you go to that other place? Instead of can you go to how do you spell it? Oh god, how to be an ignorant traveler. 693 round trip, 9 hours with one stop. I think some people go to Bogota and then they like take a bus or something, right? Like it doesn't have to be one flight. Read all the fine print carefully if you go with the basic fare type. Yeah, you're usually like non-refundable. If you want to choose your seat, you have to pay an extra $100. Definitely, Julie, if you choose the basic fare type, there's a lot of like strings. Or if it is refundable, because some airlines exist in places where they have to offer refunds, sometimes like the cost is like, the penalty is like half of the price of the ticket. Oxygen is an upcharge. There's no chance you're getting food on that flight. What about Istanbul? Yeah, we're gonna, that whole area I think we're gonna save until next spring. But someone said Manila. That was neat. The last one we'll check out is Singapore. I don't know. I've always thought of Singapore as like, I have more interest in, I guess, Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia. I've always thought of Singapore as being like super clean and super sterile. Like it's never like really appealed to me. It also looks like it's stupidly expensive, something that definitely doesn't appeal to me. But $11.94 round trip through United. Is there any flights that don't route through the US? Like I would just suck it up and fly through the US on United if that was the case. You fly to SFO, especially since I'm not checking bags. That would probably be the ticket. That's pretty cheap. $11.94. Nothing I can get with points. Air Canada and United, I don't know if they're affiliated. That one's a little more. 34 hours. 34 hours. No, ain't nobody doing that. 24 hours with the one. I would probably choose this one with the 2 hour and 13 minute layover. Just a little. An hour and 54 is good until your flight is like delayed 15, 30 minutes. And then you start ever so slowly sweating bullets. Like, okay, do I have to change terminals? What is the process here? Do I have to go through security again? Can I just, like, if this flight's delayed anymore, I'm going to miss my... That's a little close. You'll be sweating that out. 2 hours 13, slightly better, but that extra 20 minutes could be, like, all the difference in the world. One more. Let's look at it. By the way, I just chose these random dates, September 3 to 18th. What are we looking at for Tokyo? 1263. 1293. Are you kidding me? With one stop. That's going to Narita. I would so much rather go to Haneda. But that's good. 1293. You got to fly the friendly skies of American. Air Canada. Whoa, 4583 round trip nonstop. No thanks. This one, Air Canada nonstop, is 1701 round trip. Oh, there's one stop coming back. That's pretty good. I easily have enough points to absorb an entire trip like that. And that's just one stop for an hour and 55 minutes in YUL. That's actually Montreal. That's pretty good. This might be rising to the top of my mind. But anyways, enough about that. You guys want to do some call-ins or not? Are we going to do a few viewer call-ins before we end the stream? Yes, no? What do you say? I think we already know we're going to do it. I just took the 15 Pro out of airplane mode, and it's filling up with WhatsApp messages and notifications. It's got a whole day of... Whoop, there we go. Let me get this app loaded. If you want to call in, the only rules are that you're friendly, I guess. Last week we had a theme. This week, I guess the theme will be travel. Where do you want to send Johnny, or where have you traveled that you think would be good? Anthony says, how do you feel about WestJet? I haven't taken WestJet in a very long time. I would like to take WestJet. So maybe I'll be able to answer that one later. I'm not too fond of Air Canada, by the way. Might be doing an Air Canada video coming up. But if you want to call into the show and be put on the spot in front of, how many viewers do we have right now? In front of 242 viewers. Holy shit. Thank you, guys. Call 647-247-3726. 647-247-3726. Last time it didn't work right away. I had to like restart the app, if you remember. Maybe I can call it. Oh, we're getting a call. We are getting a call. Hello.
We're getting a call. Hey, so it's your friend Action Kid.
Who is this? Action Boy?
Yeah, I'm having an issue now because I did the Maid of the Mist tour in Niagara Falls today, and my Pocket 3 got wet, and my SD card is corrupted. They want me to format it.
Oh, that is you know what? I would wait. It's probably still damp. I would definitely put that SD card aside and let it like thoroughly dry out. And then I would use a data recovery tool because the information is on there. It's saved on there. Usually when drives are corrupted, all the files are still there. Just like when you do a quick format of a drive and it erases the drive, all your files are still there. So I would definitely wait. Just put it aside, let it fully dry out, see if that works. And if that doesn't work, I would try a data recovery tool. Because you can almost certainly recover the data on it. But why did you the Pocket? First of all, Action Kid, holy shit, you're the most famous person to ever call in.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of my fault because I knew the Pocket 3 wasn't waterproof, but I gave it a try, and now I'm in a bind.
What I would have done is put a piece of tape over it. I mean, hindsight is 20/20, but over the when I've used my Pocket 3 in bad weather, I've done that. Like in snowstorms, I put tape over the USB port and over the memory card slot. I probably should have told you to do that because I knew you were going to record the Maid of the Mist.
Yeah. Anyway, if you ever come down to Niagara Falls again, you got to do that ride and try to record it. It's amazing. It's the theme is travel.
Well, I hope you get that video recovered. Some people are saying put it in a bag of rice. Definitely, there's data recovery tools you can download, but I would wait a day because it still might be damp or moist, and that might be causing it, it just might not be reading it off the contacts properly. So I would try it again maybe in the morning just to see. And if that doesn't work, try a data recovery call.
Okay.
Actually, you sound down and sad.
Yeah, because, of course, my data is, in limbo right now.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I paid a bunch of money to go on a boat in London, and I recorded it. My whole video was out of focus, and I didn't know.
Man.
These boat rides are cursed, right?
Yeah, they are. Oh, well. Thanks for the tech support.
Well, dear, hey, we're not going to let you go this easy. Do you have any jokes for us?
I mean, can't think of any right now.
All right. If you were me and you had a bunch of points, where would you book a ticket to next month for like 2 weeks?
Man, I always wanted to go to Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yep.
And did you see those prices were pretty good? It was like $1,700 through Air Canada.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, maybe that'll be the ticket. Colombia was like $700, and that's Canadian. To you, that's like 500 Trump bucks or Biden bucks or Harris bucks or whatever you Jersey Mike's bucks, whatever you call them down there. So you're in Niagara Falls.
Yep, I am.
Hotels there are not cheap. That is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy here, and it's so busy now here.
Yeah, I mean, I saw you stream there, but like I can't stream from there. That it just sucks. There's so many people. The connection isn't strong. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have any words for the Johnny Stumbles audience?
Yeah. Don't use the Pocket 3 in wet environments. Unless it's under an umbrella.
I live streamed in a thunderstorm with it with no umbrella.
Oh my gosh.
And it survived. It still works. Fortunate, but I wasn't recording to the SD card, right? I was just live streaming.
Yeah, that's true.
But I like on the screen, I just put like a piece of tape over that and over that when I record in snowstorms. And
yeah.
But I hope just give your action kid card give your SD card just some time, because it might still be damp and that might be screwing up your SD card reader's ability to see it. Another thing you could try doing is, does your Pocket 3 recognize the SD card?
I tried. Yep, I tried with both Pocket 3s and my computer, and they all don't read it properly.
Oh, because I was going to say you could try using a USB cable from your Pocket 3 to your computer instead of...
Yeah.
I think you just got to wait for it to dry, and hopefully... And if it doesn't work, don't format it. Use a data recovery tool, and that might be able to pull all the files off of it.
Yeah, I'm not formatting it. I mean, worst comes to worst, I may give it to a data recovery company and try.
Yeah, I think we can do that without having to pay for it, but there's ways to do that. But all right.
I mean, the other option I can do is to ride the traction again.
Yep, I thought about that when I ruined my Thames River video, or the River Thames video. I thought about that. Kurt Affair says, Action Kid, just drive it up to Johnny's place. Well, I don't know where you're going next, but I'll let you tell your viewers that. That'll be for you to disclose your viewers. But yeah, it's good talking to you. First celebrity call-in we've had.
All right.
I'm very disappointed you don't have any jokes for us, though. I think everyone is... Jeanette Morales she's just going to unsubscribe to your channel. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't have a joke now. I'm trying to recover this call. Unsuccessful.
All right. Well, yeah, and say hi to Walking Man Dude for me if you see that guy around.
Yeah, I'll try. See ya.
All right, bye. That was the one and only Action Kid. Holy shit, we had a celebrity calling us. And it just goes to show, like, he's as good as it gets. This stuff happens. When you record sometimes, like, you make a video and there's a technical problem. Sometimes the audio doesn't record. Sometimes the video, like, it happens. Hey, we've got another caller, a 347 area code. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, who are we speaking with?
Liberty Tree.
Liberty Tree. Have you've been calling us a lot lately. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good.
Do you have any advice for Action Kid's SD card?
I don't know. I'm not a tech guy. Maybe put in some rice. I don't know.
You're not a tech guy. Maybe put it in some rice. So tonight's theme was, where would you send me, or where would you go? Like, where should I go next month?
Well, I was thinking about it. I think you should go to Columbus.
Columbus. What is in Columbus other than some Blue Jackets?
I don't know. It's most populated city in Ohio. Maybe there has to be something there.
Yeah, you would think. You would think. All right, you'll send me to a place because there, quote unquote, has to be something there. Sounds like that one is shooting to the top of the list. Columbus isn't even like. When I think of Ohio, I think of Cleveland and Cincinnati. I think of Dayton. I don't think of Columbus. That's like the fourth city down in like my mind. I don't know. It seems like a weird. No offense to anyone out there in Columbus, but it just seems like. But Ohio has some good amusement parks, right? You got Kings Island, you got Cedar Fair.
I don't know anything about Ohio. I just selected that random,
All right. So you just want to send me there for the pain of it all. Do you have anything to share with us other than a horrible vacation idea?
Oh, I don't know. Not really. I can't really think of anything.
All right. Well, Liberty Tree, you're always welcome to call back. It was good to speak to you from an island in New York. I'm pretty sure I have like permanent COVID memory damage because I can't remember shit. But I know you're from Staten Island. You're in what? Long Island, Rhode Island. You're in one of the islands. Staten Island?
Rhode Island isn't even in New York.
I know. That was a joke. All right. Well, Liberty Tree, thank you.
No, I'm kidding.
Thank you for calling in.
All right, bye.
All right, yoink. So we've had Liberty Tree and we've had Action Kid. We'll take a few more callers. Kristen says, I'm going from Toronto to Vegas next month for a trade show for work. Swing on by and walk the strip. There we go. Kristen, I would like to do Las Vegas purely to film it. I'm not a huge fan of Las Vegas. It's kind of a tourist trap. We have a 404 phone number calling in. Let me put this on speakerphone. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Peter.
Peter.
This is Peter Bradfield again.
Peter Bradfield. Can you remind me where that 404 area code is?
Well, I live in Decatur, Georgia. Or actually just outside of Decatur, Georgia.
Oh, yeah. And I remember because we talked about how I'd been to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Naval Costas 404, this resource cannot be located. I think of a dog pack 404 when I think of 404. How's it going, Peter, in Georgia?
Hot.
How?
It's the
What?
key word for.
What's the weather
Alex.
in Canadian?
God, I don't remember exactly. Fahrenheit, it's in the 90s.
If you tell me 90s, you might as well put a bunch of hieroglyphics on the screen. Like my brain we're weird in Canada. We know feet, we know inches, we know meters, but like Fahrenheit, not really.
I know.
Miles are kind of weird because kilometers are so logical. Like, what the hell is a mile? I don't even know what you guys are doing down there, but it's.
Yeah, I understand.
So, where would you send me if I'm to get in a plane and go somewhere next month? Where should it be?
Oh my God, I almost want to say places I really want to go.
Yes, that's fun. That's exactly it. Where should we go?
Well, one place I really want to visit the most, I really want to visit the country of Austria.
Ooh.
Mainly because my mother and father were married in Salzburg in the church that's featured in the musical The Sound of Music. They were married in 1940s.
Oh, wow.
after the war. They weren't married in the part that's featured in The Sound of Music. They were married in a alcove part due to the structural damage due to the bombing that took place there. I'd like to see Vienna, too, in the worst way. I've always wanted to take a boat ride along the Blue Danube for as long as I can remember. Tahiti is another place I'd really love to go.
It's a very, very different place. You had me thinking like, oh, you could go to Austria. You could also like check out Switzerland and Germany, right? Like it's
and Czech Republic. I would like to see Prague.
Prague strikes me as like insanely beautiful, but also uniquely affordable relative to the rest of Europe. I think it's got a very good appeal. I definitely, the cheapskate in me wants to see Prague because I've just heard so many good things about it, and it doesn't break the bank. Well, I hope.
I'm just a little surprised how sometimes it's kind of a little split up between that river.
Yeah.
There's two different sides of it, and I don't know. I'd be maybe a little confused about which part of it to visit, which side of the river to really go explore.
You spend an hour on the internet before you book your hotel and figure that out, right? It's I wouldn't stress that too much. You'll figure it out. Kurt Affair says you have to check out Prague, huh? Well, Tahiti sounds interesting as well. Do you have anything else to share with us, Peter?
I do have two other. I stumbled across two other interesting driving channels. The guys, drive through places in the United States, here in Georgia and my birth state of Florida. One is called Traveling with Hubert. Which is very fast. Yeah, Hubert. And the other one is called Florida Streets.
Traveling with.
And both are going places I have never seen.
What is the other one called? Something of Street?
Florida Streets. Just Florida and Streets.
Florida Streets. That sounds like one Action Kid might. I know I'm spelling it wrong. Action Kid might know. Florida Streets.
I wonder if he does. He does. Florida Streets. They do go up to parts of Georgia, though. They've recently had some videos where he goes up to like Valdosta. So that's kind of interesting that he does that. And Traveling with Hubert does speak a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, I find these are great videos for when I'm like just sitting down at my computer trying to get some work done, just to put on the smart TV, because it feels so empty when I don't have something playing, and like you can like focus in and you can sit down and you can watch it. It's relaxing, or it can just be like ambient in the room, right?
Yeah.
Like I think these are great videos. Well, I've got them both up. I encourage our viewers to check them out. Thank you so much, Peter. And thank you for calling in. I hope it cools down a little bit for you in Georgia.
I do have a joke about this heat.
All right.
Why didn't Summer have any friends?
Why didn't Summer have any friends? You got me.
Because she wasn't cool enough.
That is a joke. Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome.
All right. I hope you have a wonderful night in Georgia, and feel free to call back anytime. Thank you, Peter.
I will.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was Peter from Georgia, and someone keeps texting me. Lisa doesn't get it. Why doesn't Summer have any friends? Because she wasn't cool enough. Huh? Yes. Feel free to bring a joke to the table. Let's do. All right. We have a 727 number calling. Hello there.
Hi, is this Johnny Strides?
No, this is Johnny Stumbles.
Oh, hey, Johnny Stumbles. This is Marvin from Raleigh. I wanted to have a chance to talk to you, and I have a suggestion of some places to go.
All right, Marvin from Raleigh, North Carolina, correct?
Yes, sir. Long-time viewer, by the way. Great channel.
Well,
So
thank you so much.
So we went during the Stampede. We went to Calgary, and we went to Banff. Now, if you want a short place to go, we've got to see the last few years many of the Canadian provinces. Banff is the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my lifetime out of 30 years of traveling. So I will put that at the top of your list. We went there. It was June. It's gorgeous. You could actually see snow on the top and the mountains and a view of Lake Louise at from the Fairmont Hotel. We didn't stay. We took a shuttle over there. So anyway, if you want a place to travel, put it on your bucket list. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, I have heard so much about it. I'm more of a city person than a nature person. That's kind of what. Like but obviously you could go to Calgary or Edmonton and just, link things together, right? But I've got a video playing of Banff right now, just showing how stunning it is. Hopefully this guy doesn't copyright strike me that I'm playing. But yeah, it definitely looks very, very picturesque. So you've been around, and this is the most beautiful place you've ever been.
I've ever been. I've been to Europe and all these other places. I'm originally born in New York City. We moved to Raleigh and area suburb in 2021, and it was just I don't think I'll ever forget going there. Just the views are spectacular. My brother, who subscribes to a Substack, he actually sent the pictures I took to a place for people who visited places to post their photos, and that photo of Lake Louise that I took got posted recently. So yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway, one more thing to go. Just do when you get into New York. There's a guy, Tom D, NYC, Tom Delgado.
Yep, Tom D, NYC. I believe Action Kid knows him.
I paid for his tour, my family and I, and it was a birthday present to myself. And it was a pretty good tour. He's very knowledgeable about facts of New York City, and he's just really interesting guy. So if you ever get a chance and you're in the city and you're visiting Action Kid or whatnot, it's definitely worth a suggestion to go make arrangements by email. We planned it and go have a tour for him.
Awesome.
So
he's also got a fantastic YouTube channel. So
right.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of his stuff. He's super, super informative and entertaining. Well, is there any last words for us?
I know I don't. I know it's expensive for you to do this, and the last thing is I try to contribute a little bit here and there. So I do hope it helps you out.
It all helps, but it's not at all obligatory, if that makes sense. I definitely appreciate it, but I would never exclude anyone for not supporting. Like I make my content available to everyone. Only one video a month goes to members. That's exclusive, and everything else other than a newsletter, like I don't want to make people feel like they're missing out, right? So, but I definitely appreciate it at the same time. And you've been fantastic to talk to, and I'm definitely gonna have to look into Alberta. I think I could easily combine Calgary and Banff. I think that's a winning combo.
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you go. Well, thank you so much, and you have a great evening.
You too. You too. Wonderful talking to you. All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, what another super, super friendly caller. And yeah, Banff is it's kind of like a bucket list place for a lot of people, right? Like it's just so picturesque. Whenever you see wallpapers on people's computers, there's like a 50% chance you're going to see a Banff or a place like that, right? It's just absolutely stunning. And he spoke very highly of Tom Delgado in New York City, who's got a fantastic YouTube channel. Someone is texting me, "Hi there, Johnny." I believe that is Harjot. Hi, Harjot. Thank you for the text. Maybe we'll do one more call. How's that? One more call. If you want to call in, the number is 647-247-3726. You are calling Star Talk. No, you're not. You're calling a dumbass. 647-247-3726. I'll type it out. Gertej says it's me. I figured that out, Gertej. It was maybe the Arnold Schwarzenegger talk was a bit of a tip-off. I'm just reading some of your messages. Johnny, can you live stream buying a CNE ticket? No. You buy them online. We've got a 647 number calling in. We've got a local, at least I think they're local. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, who are we speaking with?
It's me, Harjot.
Harjot, the one and only Harjot. How's it going, Harjot?
Good, how are you?
Good. Awesome. No, this is not. Oh, I see. I've got the name of another viewer on my phone calling in. Sorry, person whose name's DL. Harjot beat you to the punch.
Yeah.
How's the YouTube channel going?
It's going good.
I've met you, right? I met you during the Santa Claus parade.
Yeah, I think I met you at Santa Claus Parade, yeah.
Awesome. How's it? Do you have anything to share with all the viewers out there?
Hello to everyone. Yeah.
So the $1 million question, Harjot, where should I go next month? Where should I travel to?
Travel to India.
India.
Yeah.
Do I still have the Google Flights open? What city? India is a massive, massive country, right? What city? Delhi? Where would you fly to?
New Delhi.
New Delhi.
Yeah.
And then that's such a massive city. It's like wow, you can get a flight through KLM and Delta, two pretty good international airlines, for $15.92. It's so nice to see flight prices under $2,000 because for the last 2-3 years, almost everything international was $2,500, $3,000.
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons why I want to go away next month, because flight prices are not insane, and we don't know if that's gonna if it's still gonna be affordable or if it's just gonna go batshit crazy again. That's just something I've noticed. So $15.92 to where in New Delhi would you stay? What neighborhood?
We can say Punjab, I think.
Punjab, PAN.
It's PUNJABI. So not I might say B. A-B.
Punjabi Bagh.
I think you could say Punjab, yeah.
Well, I'm Google walking around. Lots of trees.
Yeah, lots of trees, yeah.
Yeah, I've never been. It's definitely on the bucket list. I've had a number of viewers saying I should go. When did you last go to India? If you've been.
I think it was last month ago I went.
Last month? You think? You don't know if you went last month?
No, I think it was on March. Sorry, March.
Hotel Eternity from 97 a night. Did you stay with friends, family, or at a hotel?
I think was house. House.
Hotel. They don't have a subway or metro there, do they?
Not a subway. No.
No. All right. Well, I see buses. Yeah, it looks really, really fascinating.
Johnny. Yeah.
Mark S.'s parents are from Kolkata in India. Neat. Well, do you have anything else to share with us, Harjot?
No.
All right. Well, thank you so much. You've been a very, very long time viewer of this channel, and I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Harjot, and keep up the good work on your channel.
Yeah, I will.
All right. All right.
All right, bye.
All right. Take care. Yoink. That was the one and only Harjot. I've got someone, the happy-go-lucky one, texting me, go to San Francisco next month. Maybe stay in the Tenderloin. There's a vote for India. Like, it's crazy. I swear we did a stream where I was looking up like flights like a year ago, and places like India were like $2,500, like minimum, right? I did Bangkok was like $2,700, and I still did it. Like now everything is much, much more reasonable. Someone says stay in Drake's house. Is this the text I'm supposed to look up? What do you call a sheep wrapped in plastic? Laminated is what someone says. My new account is Johnny's. Okay. All right. I think I saw your text, and I think it might. How many viewers do we have right now? We're at 200. Let's do, should we do one more call? One last call? One more call, and then we're done for the night. So if you know the number, call it. If you don't, guess it. You'll probably guess it wrong, but it's 647-247-3726. One more caller for the night, and then we will be done. Someone texted me, woof, very, very mature. I'm getting very mature texts coming in. I will call in when you're staying with Drake, says Sam Patel. No more calls? No one? We're done? We're done? Last, we'll give it 30 seconds. 647-247-3726. Lisa says this is a mature stream. We've had some excellent, excellent call-ins tonight. Novell Cost texted a joke last week. Johnny, do Australia or Hawaii? Here we go. We've got a 905 number. Oh, a bunch of people just called in all at once. What do I do? What do I do? Hello.
Hey, Johnny, do you miss me?
Hey, I got to get you on speakerphone here. How do I get... No, nobody was prepared for your call. Who are we speaking with?
Jelly Bean.
Hi, Jelly Bean. How? I think you're the first lady to call tonight. You broke the streak.
I know. I had to call.
You broke the streak.
Cool.
So.
Okay, I have a place where you should go.
Is it ridiculous or is it serious?
Serious.
All right.
Machu Picchu in Peru.
Machu Picchu in Peru. Can you get flights there?
Yeah,
Where would you fly to? Where would that flight be going to?
I haven't done that type of research.
Oh, so this is about as good as my go to Columbus from Liberty Tree. You know what? You can fly to Lima for $664 round trip on Avianca. You can fly on an actual airline in Delta for $758 with one stop. They both have one stop. That's neat.
That's useful information.
So you've never been to Peru?
No.
So where else would you send me to?
Well, you don't want to go to Europe, but Portugal.
Yeah, I don't want.
You could take the train to Madrid.
Well, I've now got Austria on the top of my list, and Prague.
Hawaii.
Action Kid's been to
But
Hawaii.
do you want to go like vacation?
No, I'm feeling more like.
Those like Dutch islands. Go to those like Dutch islands. Where are they? Near Dominican?
I'm feeling more like roll my sleeves up and make a bunch of videos, do some live streams. Not so much put my feet up and enjoy. More of like a work trip. So that's why I'm asking you guys where I'm going.
Oh, wait. Jane says I have the screaming thigh sweats for you.
The screaming.
Read it.
Jane. That Jane says Jellybean has the screaming thigh sweats for you. Huh? All right. Well, I'm gonna put. Do you have any jokes? Do you have any jokes for us that aren't cheesy, like your normal jokes?
That's rude.
It is. It is rude. But we've established no jokes. Well, Jellybean, you're going to be the last caller of the night because I'm going to go play some Rocket League on my PS5. So, do you have any?
Can you ban me so that I can make that new account?
No, I don't. I don't actually ban people unless they like repeatedly break rules or like go way over the line. So
I literally do that all the time.
Well,
You love it.
the mods are empowered, so you're playing with fire if you do that.
Okay. Well, have a good vacation wherever you go.
Yeah, it's not going to be for several.
One more thing.
Yep. What are you, Steve Jobs?
No, I never get off the subway at Eglinton. Could you get me a Cinnabon and bring it to the train?
Where do you go to and from? Like.
Well, if I'm on the train going south.
Okay. I'll do that.
That'd be great.
Sure.
I appreciate that.
No problem. I'll do that. I'll get you that 10.
I'll just leave it on the platform.
Would you just
I don't like the Eglinton stop. It's like construction.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll give you a carrot or something instead. I think that's not a very healthy snack.
Okay, Johnny.
All right, Jellybean, thanks for calling in. Feel free to call in anytime. All right, thank you. Yoink.
I appreciate the opportunity. Okay. Later.
Yoink.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And we're in airplane mode. That is it. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. We got a lot of interesting calls, including the one and only Action Kid. I hope you get that SD card problem sorted. But I want to thank everyone. I want to thank our mods for their good work. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, yada, yada. We've got over 200 viewers. Holy shit. We did well tonight. I'll be premiering a video tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST. It'll be a transit video in London, and I'll probably live stream tomorrow late afternoon or evening. If I don't, I will live stream Tuesday. Sometimes I just don't want to do anything on Monday. But thank you so much, guys. It was a slice, and we'll be back to our regular intro next week. That silly AI song diss track is going to be a thing of the past after this one. But thank you, guys. Have a good night.